Good afternoon, race fans. It's Sunday once again. We're here for this edition of NASCAR Report, brought to you by the Insiders Room. I've got we got a special guest here today. We got Kyle here at Notorious KRO, and no, we have not fired Joey over extended absences. He's just taking another week off. Just so you guys know.
Speaking of Joey Tron, is that a Titans helmet behind you?
Absolutely.
You a fan?
I am massive.
All right. Joey Tron is too.
All right, perfect. Fitting right in.
All right, go. I'm sorry.
That's all right. No problem. It's not like usually. Okay, here we go. NASCAR report: Cookout Southern 500 from Darlington Raceway. We'll get this started out with Rye and his track facts, and then we'll get into the picks and hopefully have another winning day.
Yeah, we did well last week. We hit that Brad Keselowski top 3 at plus 400. So that covered everything and more. Yeah. All right. Let's get into it.
All right. What do you like? What's your track facts for Darlington?
Yeah, so this is the Southern 500. This is race number 27 of 36. This is the beginning of the playoffs. We are at Darlington International Raceway. You're going to go 501 miles, which is 367 laps. This is a night race. So this is at Darlington, North Carolina. This is an intermediate speedway, 1.366 mile oval. Darlington is an older surface. 5 of the last 8 races at Darlington have all been won by a driver who's now in their 40s. So obviously I'm looking for veterans, older guys. 13 of the last 16 races all saw veterans win. This will be a strategy race. A lot of guys will have varying strategies on when to pit. Fresh tires can gain a ton of ground and speed. So those guys are going to go around to the track until they get on the old tires. When they change them, they're begin new guys getting new tires as well. So you have to learn how to get an advantage on your pit stops, what kind of tires you're going to use today. 4 of the last 5 race winners each started in the top 5. And then every race winner at Darlington during the stage era has scored stage points. But the race winner at Darlington has never won a stage. So that was something I thought was interesting. And I'm actually going to use that in my capping today. So, yeah, I'm looking for guys who are known to do well at Darlington. Veterans, guys who are good with tires, strategies, stuff like that. Also, guys who are in the playoffs, I'm heavy on rather than guys who are not.
Yeah.
A little bit of track facts, a little bit of trends in there since taking over for Joey, since he's AWOL. But there we go. Sounds good stuff there. All right. As you know, we break this down kind of in 3 categories. The new guys don't necessarily have to put them in these categories. So we got that's a winner. There's usually our Rise best bet for the day. The low rider, which is kind of a dark horse. It's just kind of like a nice plus money bet. And then we have the smorgasbord where he gives out some sort of prop or group bet or whatever. So we'll get right into it right here because that's what you came for. Start with that's a winner. We'll start with Kyle here. Start with the new guy, Kyle. What do you like for who do you like to win this one?
I got Denny Hamlin. Rye talked about it. It's the wheelman's course. It's a place where you gotta have experience. His number is moving a little bit in market. Saw a ton of good stuff out of practice at qualifying. Obviously didn't get on the pole, but he's right there. He actually stayed out and ran ran up to 30 laps. So we got to see some long run speed. They were able to kind of test some stuff out. So as the week's gone along, the more I've talked myself into Denny being the guy that's going to win this race. And it sure feels like a great track for him to jump on and get the checkered flag.
All right, sounds good. Good stuff. I know, Rye, you like them too. So
yeah. So unfortunately, I didn't get as good of a price. The best I found was plus 500 on MGM. I think somewhere else had a 500 as well. Looks like most places are around 450 now. But yeah, I love Denny Hamlin. All the numbers scream Denny Hamlin. He's won Darlington 4 times, which is the most among active drivers. He has 4 runner-ups here, which includes the last time out at the Southern 500. So his last two Southern 500s, he had the win and a P2. He has 9 top 10 finishes in his last 13 here, including 8 in the top 5. He has the best average finish of 7.7 in 22 Cup Series starts. He has 12 top 5 finishes, 20 top 10s, and 801 laps led on his track. What have you done for me lately? Over the last 10 races, Denny Hamlin's average finish is 8.8, and he has 1 win and 6 top 10 finishes in that span. As he said, he's phenomenal at saving his tires, finding a little something over the long green flag runs. I figure by the time all the others are slowing down with more tires, his reserve tires are going to give him an edge, and that's really, it's always like that at Darlington. It'll always be like that at Darlington. Denny Hamlin is who I like to win this race.
All right. Between you two, good breakdown there on Denny Hamlin, and after that, I don't see anybody else winning. So there you go. Take that to the bank. All right, moving on to like my kind of favorite bets here: the low riders, the dark horses, nice plus money bets. What do you got for this one, right?
All right, so for this one, I got the defending champion. It feels like nobody's been talking about him all week, but that is Joey Logano. So he got his first win here last spring. He sat on the pole in both races last season, led a total of 171 laps, has a 13.3 average finish in 19 starts at this track. He does have 5 top 5s and a victory in 6 Xfinity races here. Over the last season at this track type, he is number 1 with the average finish of 5.4. So in 5 races, he has 2 wins and 4 top 10 finishes. And then when you look at career performers at Darlington Raceway, he comes in at number 9 with the average finish of 13.3. So in 19 races, he has 1 win and 10 top 10 finishes. He did come in 18th in May, but that was during the day. It was cooler temperatures. I like his chances here better. So I'm taking Joey Logano top 5 at plus 290. I found that at Unibet. I'm just going to say a lot of the books were not offering what we usually get. It was hard to find a lot of value. I didn't notice many head-to-heads and whatnot, stuff like that. So be careful when you're capping this week.
All right. So, kind of, what's another you play you like for this race?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the top 5 market as well, but I'm gonna go with William Byron. Byron has just been incredible all season. Obviously, there was a period in the Cup calendar where Hendrick as a whole just didn't seem very invested. But it's clearly part of their strategy, and they understand that the races where they didn't do as well aren't as applicable to the playoff run. So back to playoff running. Byron was not as strong in practice, so I kind of started to fade him from a winning standpoint, but as a top 10 driver, a top 5 driver, he makes a ton of sense. If you go to iFantasy Racing's speed performance, he was second over the last 3 Darlington races. In terms of true speed, he was third in the 2022 first race, then fifth, then third. So he's incredibly fast. He knows how to race here. He's got plenty of experience, and he's in a good spot with the playoff points he has, where he really doesn't have to push it this week. Just have a strong performance. I think he finishes somewhere in the top 5. You could also look at him as potentially top Chevy, but with his teammate Kyle Larson there, it's a little dicey. So I decided to go with the top 5 market instead.
Yeah, so before practice and qualifying, William Byron was actually the one bet I took. I took him at opening to win. I
Yeah,
think it was 12-1. And real quick, it got bought down to 8-1. I'm not sure
yeah.
what he's at now.
He's
But yeah, I
sitting
think,
around 14-1 right now to win the race, which I don't hate. I still think he has a race winning car, and he's shown the ability to run really well here.
yeah, I know. I think it's, I like William Byron this week. I like Larson too.
All right, so Kyle, I see you have a nice head-to-head matchup here. You like? Why don't you tell the
Yeah,
viewers about
so
that one?
before practice and qualifying, these numbers were flip flop, but because of Kevin Harvick not looking amazing in practice and qualifying, and Brad K looking pretty solid. Harvick is now plus money against Brad K, and obviously Brad K, a playoff driver, should have a good run here. But Harvick has been a monster at Darlington. He's always finishing it at or near the front. He's been incredibly fast. And this is just like we talked about how experience and knowing what to do and how to put your car near the front is so critical this week. And I mean, no one exemplifies that more than Kevin Harvick, who is just a top 10 machine. The only time he didn't was when he had car trouble and basically couldn't finish the race. So get him in the top 10, flirt with that top 5, and I think he can beat Brad K this week.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who does
Sounds
well
good.
with
And right, you got
the tire wear and whatnot too. What's up?
no, I was gonna say right. You got a little different play here that normally you don't see. Well, you got a grid position play here.
Yes, I do. So I took grid position of race winner under 6.5. As I said earlier in the show, the top 5 is usually where you see the winners come from. So under 6.5, you are getting the following guys: the pole winner Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, you got Tyler Reddick, you have Ryan Blaney, you have Brad Keselowski, and you have Joey Logano. So I think any of those guys could win. I like the plus money price. I actually saw it on Caesars, and it was minus 160 or something like that. So we're getting value here. Uh, yeah, I like the group of guys there that we have to pick from, and I just think one of them could win it. And at plus 132, I will back it.
All right, good. I like.
And shout out to Triple A Sports. Check him out. The guy's hot. Hot.
All right,
Yeah, I
so
like that
Kyle,
call
why
quite a
don't you
bit.
what you got go?
Yeah, for sure.
Kyle,
So I host the
then
Angle of Pursuit podcast.
go ahead, and just go over your picks again. Just tell people where they can find you.
Oh
Go over
yeah,
your
for
picks
sure, for
again.
sure, for sure,
All right, it's
for
all
sure.
yours.
So yeah,
Floor's
so
yours.
Denny Hamlin is winning the race today. You can get him as long as 5-1 right now at FanDuel. I got William Byron as a top 3 car. Like I said, I think Top Chevy is in play, but Kyle Larson is very scary today. So I like going to the top 3 market. And then I like Kevin Harvick over Brad K. Kevin Harvick has just been a monster at this track. Is a picture of consistency and getting plus money against Brad K. I will take that every day.
Now plug yourself.
Okay. Yeah, so I host the Angle of
Go
Pursuit podcast with my buddy Brian Twining. We are on YouTube. You can find us at the Angle of Pursuit. We talk NASCAR betting and DFS twice a week. So come hang out and check us out.
Yeah, what did you have Wormy on last week?
Yeah, we had Wormy to talk the 2023 playoffs as a whole. And then we broke down Darlington in our other episodes. Try and sneak in a few extras if time and the guests allow.
All right, good stuff. Check that out.
Yeah, we've had Brian on our show before too.
Yeah, he said he had a really good time with you guys, so that's why I figured I had to come one up him.
All right, so tell the people where they can find you, what you got going on, how you've been doing with other sports, and go over your picks.
All right, so my plays today are going to be Denny Hamlin to win at plus 500. I found that at MGM. What did you say, FanDuel?
FanDuel still has it at 5-1.
Yeah, and then we have Joey Logano top 5 at plus 290. I found that on Unibet, and I also have grid position of race winner under 6.5 at plus 132. I found that on Unibet, so it should be on all your Cambies. I'm Wrycape. You can find me at Wrycape on all social media. You can find my plays in the Insiders Room Discord, And you could also find my plays on the newest insidersroom.com. So we got Dan's on there too. We just freshly opened up, and I'll be having all my plays on there. College football, I've been hit or miss. I've been doing well with my baseball. Soccer had been great until yesterday and today. But yeah, I have a college football play up today. I have these plays on pickadvisor.com, and I have a whole bunch of stuff for tomorrow and throughout the week. Obviously, NFL starts next weekend, so I have a bunch of NFL plays a lot. Yeah, it looks like a lot of football in my future.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Again, Kyle, thanks for coming on. A lot of good stuff, a lot of good insights. Hopefully, we can cash some tickets here and make the people some money. Welcome back anytime. Just get a hold of Rye. Come back on in the future. And get that take care of that for you. Rye, have a enjoy and close us out.
Yeah, so next week we have Rory picks coming on for Kansas. Yeah, other than that, happy Labor Day weekend. Happy race day. Let's catch some tickets.
All right. See you guys. Or at least see you next week, right?